As a chosen one, have you noticed how your very existence seems to stir something deep within those around you? It's not just your presence in the room, it's something more, something that ripples through the very fabric of reality, unsettling those who encounter you. What is it about you that makes them so uneasy? These unseen energies shape every step you take, shielding you from dangers they can't perceive, guiding you with an almost supernatural precision that they can only dream of possessing. The universe itself seems to bend to your will, aligning opportunities in your favor with an almost eerie accuracy. This is what drives them mad with envy, the knowledge that your success is not merely a product of hard work, but of destiny itself. And when they try to challenge you, to bring you down, they are met with a force they didn't expect, a divine protection that shields you from their attempts. Their efforts to undermine you only seem to backfire, leaving them more entangled in their own schemes while you emerge unscathed, stronger than before. This is what terrifies them the most, the realization that you are not just living but thriving, propelled by forces they can neither see nor control. Their jealousy turns to fear as they come to understand that your power is untouchable, rooted in something far beyond their reach. The first reason they're angry and jealous is the undeniable sense that things just seem to go your way, a kind of luck or favor that they can't quite put their finger on. Remember that time at the office when the boss unexpectedly called you into his office? Everyone else was sure it was bad news, but instead, you walked out with a promotion that nobody saw coming. The air was thick with surprise, and you could feel the eyes of your co-workers on you, a mix of confusion and envy in their stares. They didn't understand why you, of all people, were singled out for success. Later that week, during a heavy storm, the power went out in almost every house on the block, except yours. While your neighbors scrambled to find candles and flashlights, your lights stayed on, your home warm and bright against the dark and stormy night. It was as if some invisible force was looking out for you, keeping you safe while everyone else struggled. As word spread, so did the resentment. People started to whisper, wondering aloud why you seemed to be the one always spared from hardship while they dealt with life's difficulties head-on. It's not just luck that shelters you, it's a divine favor, a cosmic endorsement that marks you as someone destined for greatness. This is a reality they cannot accept. They see your path illuminated by forces they can't influence, and it terrifies them. They are left floundering in the shadows, consumed by their own insignificance, while you move forward, protected and guided by an invisible hand. Their anger festers because they know they cannot compete with destiny. They can feel the universe's choice in their bones, and it leaves them cold, knowing that no matter how hard they try, they will never possess what you have, a bond with the divine that shields you from every storm. The second reason they're angry and jealous is your connection to hidden knowledge, a profound awareness that cuts through the veil of ordinary understanding. When you entered that gathering, the atmosphere thickened, charged with an unspoken tension. You could feel it, the way the air seemed to hum with anticipation, as if the room itself was holding its breath. The host, usually so confident, faltered as you began to speak. Your words flowed effortlessly, each sentence laced with ancient truths that resonated on a level far deeper than intellect. The others listened, their faces betraying a mix of confusion and fear, as you unveiled secrets they had never encountered, knowledge that seemed to be drawn from an otherworldly source. As you spoke, the candles around the room flickered violently, as if reacting to the power of your words. The shadows danced erratically on the walls, and the once stable environment became a reflection of the inner turmoil you had stirred within them. Then, as if the universe itself sought to confirm your authority, a book tumbled from a nearby shelf, landing open on a page that mirrored the truths you had just revealed. The room fell into a stunned silence, the weight of the moment pressing down on them like a physical force. Their eyes darted from the book to you, anger and jealousy burning beneath the surface. They were unnerved, their self-assuredness shattered by the realization that you held the keys to a knowledge they could never hope to grasp. Your connection to this hidden esoteric knowledge is not just a gift, it's a threat to their carefully constructed illusions of control. They've built their lives around the belief that they are the keepers of wisdom. Yet here you are, effortlessly accessing truths that elude them. The jealousy festers because they know deep down that your wisdom does not come from books or teachers. It flows to you from realms they cannot touch. It's a connection that renders them powerless, and they hate that. They cannot stand that while they scrape for every piece of information, you receive it as if whispered to you by the cosmos itself. Their anger grows because they know that no matter how hard they try, they will never possess the depth of understanding that you carry so naturally, a wisdom that sets you apart as someone truly chosen. The third reason they're angry and jealous is your unseen guardians, those ethereal protectors who shield you from dangers that would bring others to their knees. That night as you walked home, a chilling presence loomed behind you, its intent as dark as the shadows that cloaked it. You felt it, an oppressive energy, creeping closer with every step. But just as the figure emerged from the darkness intent on harm, something beyond the realm of the visible intervened. An invisible force struck the attacker, halting them in their tracks. The terror in their eyes was palpable as they stumbled back, realizing they had crossed into forbidden territory. They fled, knowing they had encountered something far more powerful than they could ever hope to understand. The next day, the air buzzed with rumors of your miraculous escape. Whispers spread like wildfire, how you walked away unscathed from a situation that should have spelled disaster. People began to talk, their words tinged with a mix of awe and resentment. They couldn't comprehend how you were protected while they remained vulnerable to the whims of fate. It was as if the universe itself had drawn a line in the sand, declaring you untouchable by those who sought to harm you. This protection, these unseen guardians who walk with you, only served to deepen their jealousy. They could sense the power surrounding you, a power that kept you safe while leaving them exposed to the world's cruelties. Your unseen guardians are more than just protectors. They are a testament to your connection with forces beyond the material world. This reality gnaws at them because it highlights their own isolation. They see you walk through life with an unshakable sense of security, knowing that no matter the darkness that approaches, you are never truly alone. Their anger burns because they understand that these guardians are not just a shield, they are a symbol of your chosen status, a constant reminder that you are guided by powers they can neither see nor control. They are left to fend for themselves, vulnerable and exposed, while you move forward under the watchful eyes of forces that ensure your path remains clear, no matter the danger. The fourth reason they're angry and jealous is your ability to manifest your desires into reality, a power that bends the very fabric of existence to your will. During that gathering, someone dared to mock your dreams, dismissing them as fanciful and unattainable. Their words dripped with condescension, a challenge wrapped in disbelief. But as you spoke, something shifted in the atmosphere. The air grew dense with an energy that pulsed around you, tangible and electric. Then, as if answering the call of your intention, a nearby plant, a dormant, lifeless thing, suddenly sprang to life, its petals unfurling in a bloom that defied the natural order. The room fell silent, every eye locked on this impossible event. The skeptic's face drained of color, their arrogance crumbling as the reality of your power hit them like a thunderclap. They had just witnessed the impossible made manifest, a demonstration of your ability to reshape the world with nothing more than a focused thought. The room buzzed with tension, a mixture of awe and discomfort, as those around you struggled to process what they had seen. But the skeptic's reaction was the most telling. Later they brooded in anger, the weight of their own limitations pressing down on them like a suffocating shroud. They knew they had spent years, decades even, striving to bring about the smallest changes in their lives, yet you had just shown them that the rules do not apply to you. Your manifestation abilities strike at the very core of their insecurities, revealing the chasm between their efforts and your effortless command over reality. It's not just the results that incite their jealousy, it's the ease with which you achieve them. They rage internally, knowing that what would take them a lifetime of toil, you accomplish with a mere whisper of intention. Your power reveals the true strength of your will, a force that does not simply wish for change but demands it. And the universe obeys. This truth leaves them bitter, knowing they can never touch the heights you ascend to with such natural grace, and it is this knowledge that fuels their anger and jealousy. The fifth reason they're angry and jealous is your mysterious resilience, an unbreakable strength that sets you apart in ways they can neither fathom nor replicate. When a wave of misfortune swept through your community, it left no one untouched, except for you. Illness struck swiftly, draining the vitality of everyone around you, yet you moved through each day with a vigor that seemed otherworldly. As others struggled to rise from their beds, you stood tall, your energy undiminished, your spirit unyielding. Whispers spread, laced with a mix of fear and envy, as they watched you remain untouched by the same fate that had crippled them. The healer, a figure revered for their wisdom, sought you out, desperate to understand why you were immune to the ailment that had brought so many to their knees. When they examined you, they discovered something beyond the realm of ordinary understanding, a glowing symbol etched into your palm, pulsing with a soft ethereal light. It was a mark of ancient protection, a sign that forces far older and more powerful than any could comprehend were watching over you. The healer, usually composed and certain, was left speechless, their knowledge dwarfed by the magnitude of what they had uncovered. As news of this mark spread, the mood in the community darkened. The others, still weakened and suffering, couldn't help but harbor a deep, festering resentment. They couldn't grasp why you alone had been spared, shielded by powers they would never access or even understand. Your resilience was more than just physical. It was a testament to the mystical forces that had chosen to protect you. This truth gnawed at them, stoking the fires of jealousy, for they realized that while they were vulnerable to the whims of fate, you were untouchable, fortified by a strength that defied explanation. Your resilience, wrapped in the mystery of ancient protection, became a glaring reminder of their own fragility. They saw in you what they could never be, unshakable, indomitable, and guarded by forces they could never hope to command. Their anger wasn't just about your survival, it was about the power that ensured it, a power they could only envy from the shadows. The sixth reason they're angry and jealous is your spiritual transformation, a profound metamorphosis that has lifted you above the trivialities that once ensnared you. After a period of intense introspection, you re-emerged, not as the person they once knew, but as someone entirely reborn. Your eyes now hold a depth that pierces through the superficial, unsettling those who meet your gaze. At a recent social event, someone, emboldened by their insecurities, sought to provoke you, to draw out a reaction that would confirm their own misplaced superiority. But instead of responding, you simply smiled, a serene, knowing smile that carried the weight of worlds unseen. In that moment, something shifted. The air around you thickened with a palpable energy, an invisible web of power that seemed to radiate from your very being. The would-be agitator faltered, their bravado evaporating as if they had walked into a force field they couldn't comprehend. Their words caught in their throat and they froze, suddenly aware of the gulf that now lay between you. It wasn't just fear that gripped them, it was the realization that you had ascended to a plane of existence where their petty games held no sway. They retreated, bewildered, their resentment simmering beneath the surface as they watched you navigate the room with a calmness that belied an inner strength they could never touch. Your spiritual transformation has made you untouchable, elevating you above the mundane struggles that once consumed you and them alike. It's not just that you've changed, it's that you've transcended. The concerns that still tether them to the earth, the anxieties that gnaw at their souls, now seem trivial to you, almost laughable in their insignificance. They're angry because your enlightenment shines a harsh light on their own shortcomings, forcing them to confront the fact that while they remain mired in the muck of their own making, you have risen, light as air, above it all. This elevation is what they resent most. It's not just that you're different, it's that you're better, in a way they can't even begin to understand. Your transformation has made you a beacon of what they'll never achieve, and it burns them with a jealousy they can't shake, no matter how hard they try to deny it. The seventh reason they're angry and jealous is your unpredictable synchronicities, the uncanny alignments that unfold with precision whenever you speak your desires into the world. It's as though the universe itself conspires to fulfill your wishes, bending reality to match your intentions. At that dinner party, you casually mentioned your search for a rare artifact, something elusive that has occupied your thoughts. The air around you seemed to hum with anticipation, as if the cosmos itself was listening. Moments later, someone across the table, who had been silent until then, revealed they had just inherited the very item you sought from a distant relative, a coincidence too perfect to dismiss. The room fell into a stunned silence, every face reflecting a mixture of disbelief and simmering jealousy. They watched, eyes narrowing, as the universe once again bent to your will, aligning events in a way that defied logic. It wasn't just luck. This was a manifestation of your deep, mysterious connection with forces they couldn't even begin to understand. While they scramble to make sense of their chaotic lives, where nothing ever seems to fall into place, you glide effortlessly through the currents of existence, guided by a cosmic hand that always seems to be one step ahead. Your synchronicities are more than just coincidences. They are powerful affirmations that you are in tune with something far greater than yourself. This connection, this ability to summon exactly what you need at precisely the right moment, stirs anger in those around you. They are jealous because it reveals the chasm between your reality and theirs, a gulf that grows wider with every serendipitous event that falls into your lap. While they toil and struggle, trying to force outcomes through sheer will, you simply speak, and the universe responds, weaving your desires into the fabric of reality. Their jealousy festers because your life, touched by these cosmic synchronicities, exposes the futility of their efforts. They are forced to confront the painful truth that no matter how hard they try, they will never command the same effortless flow of events that seems to accompany your every word. This realization leaves them bitter, knowing that while they wrestle with uncertainty, you are carried forward by a force they can never harness, a force that ensures you always land on your feet, precisely where you need to be. Their anger and jealousy are more than mere human reactions. They are the tremors of fear that ripple through their souls when they confront the forces that guide and shield you. You walk a path illuminated by a light they can't see, guarded by energies they can't comprehend. This unseen protection, this divine favor, is what unsettles them the most. They see your resilience, your ability to manifest your desires, and your unshakable connection to the mystical, and it fills them with a dread they can't articulate. They resent you because every time you rise, every time you move forward unscathed, it reminds them of their own vulnerabilities, of the chaotic lives they lead, unmoored and unprotected. Their envy is more than just a longing for what you have. It's a reflection of their own sense of inadequacy. They look at you and see someone who is not bound by the same earthly limitations, someone who moves through the world with an ease and grace that defies explanation. Your existence challenges their understanding of reality, pushing them to confront the uncomfortable truth that there is more at play than they are willing to accept. The spiritual forces that guide you are a mystery they can't unravel, and this mystery eats away at them, turning admiration into resentment, curiosity into bitterness. But understand this, their jealousy is a testament to your power, a sign that you are walking a path destined for greatness. The forces that protect and empower you have chosen you for a purpose far beyond the mundane concerns of those who resent you. Their inability to grasp the depths of your existence only serves to highlight the divine purpose that sets you apart. You are not just surviving, you are thriving under the watchful eyes of the cosmos, moving forward with an assurance they will never know. So keep walking your path. Let their envy be the silent witness to your destiny, a destiny they will never understand, much less follow. Your journey is one of purpose, of divine alignment, and no amount of resentment can alter that. You're guided, protected, and empowered by forces that transcend the ordinary, and that is why you will continue to rise, untouched by their attempts to bring you down.